last opportunity for both teammates and fans to see Josef and Miguel playing together, considering that Miguel might have an imminent transfer to Europe. How has it been for you to be a teammate and kind of see that relationship blossom from last year to now? Now they're considered one of the best attacking duos in MLS history.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun ride, and it's not over yet. So, yeah, there have been some rumors about Miguel going to Europe, and if he goes, I don't know. I hope that he does a really good job because he deserves it. The way he's working every day on the training field, every game, he's pushing himself to the limit, and you can see that he's making sprints in the 80th minute, 85th minute. And then Josef, season like that, where you score so many goals, doesn't come often. And they both have been impressive, both of them. I'm sitting very close to them in the locker room, so it's always fun to be around them. And I have a good relationship to both of them, and even on the field, off the field as well. They have been very, very good this year, and I hope they have one more really, really good game in hand.
You're a guy who very much appreciates the cerebral and tactical parts of the game. What makes Parkhurst such an effective center back in that regard?
Parky, I think, is one of the center backs where I played with that can read the game so well. Even like 50-50 balls that drop in between our holding mid and our defensive line, he's always around it. He reads the game so well that he knows when to drop, when to step up. You could see it in the last playoff game. He was dropping kind of early all the time because Red Bulls just chipped the balls in. And he knew that, and he was like, yes, I have to be on top of Wright Phillips and all the other guys that run into the box. So there are little things that you really don't see. You know, he's not scoring goals, he's not dribbling one-on-one against players, but he's reading the game so good for us from the back and organizing everything in front and around him that it's very, very difficult to find pockets when he's on the field and you're facing him.
Jeff was talking yesterday about how much he enjoys watching film with Martino, do the breakdown of the opponents. I'm guessing that's something that you appreciate too. What's some of the things that Martino has taught you while watching film about?
Tata is, in my opinion, one of the best coaches I had from the tactics standpoints. You know, I've been in Germany, and all the coaches have their point of view to the game, and he gave me another point of view. He approaches a game from the opposite side. So he, instead of thinking about defending first, he thinks about attacking first and then defending while you're attacking. And to step up, even if we have the ball, it's not okay. The back four don't have to do anything with the game. You come in game when we lose the ball. No, they step up and step high up the field to mark their strikers right away, even though we still have the ball. Stuff like that, and also to break down the other teams, to really see where is their weakness, what do we have to be careful of, and what do we have to take care of. And there are very, very little things that add up to the big picture, and that helps us for game plans and in certain situations on the field.
Jeff, redheads are known to be kind of fiery personalities anyway. How do you describe Jeff's, competitive nature on the
Jeff
pitch?
It's impressive. He's not 23 anymore, but he looks the way he's playing, and his recovery time and everything is really impressive. So, and the way he's playing, he's so good in the defensive one-against-one. Also, these 50-50 balls, like Parky, he knows where to be. He had one situation I remember in the New York Red Bulls game at home, very early in the game, where Kaku got the ball high up the field, and he had to step out and jumped out of our back line just to close him down right away instead of letting him turn and face our center backs. This is stuff where you need some experience for that. Some people have it right away, but I think he earned his the way he plays right now throughout his experience in the league, and even off the field. He's a guy that talks. We discuss many situations during the week when we build up for the game on the weekend. There are some situations where I like, Jeff, what do you think about this? And then he comes up, Kevin, what's your opinion on this? So we discuss stuff. It's not happening like this. We really talk and think about that, everything that happens on the field, and that's what makes him so effective. And he had a very, very good season so far. And yeah, one more game to go.
Yeah.
You talk about the way Tata approaches the game. Do you think that that's kind of just like a South American cultural aspect of it, and that's maybe a reason why a guy like Eric's been able to kind of step in and be such an important member of this team right away, kind of starting almost every match since he's been here?
I don't know if it's just South American. I think he's a very, very good coach, and he has coached some big teams before. He's the first South American coach I had in my career. So it's the way he sees the game. For me, it will like help me in my career now, from now on, or even after soccer. If I might go into coaching, I don't know yet, but I think I will take very, very much from Tata's style of play, the way he thinks about the other team, the way he breaks down plays. I haven't really I would like to sit down and watch like one game 90 minutes just with Tata and like get his ideas all the time. He always breaks it down in little clips for us, so it's easier to understand. But I would like to just sit down and like, okay, Tata, what do you think about this? And then write down my notes, and then we compare it at the end. But yeah, he's doing a really good job. Even the guys that came in before this season, it was not very difficult for them to understand how we play. We started it last year, but it just adds up and adds up. And if you're new and coming in, you have to get the details very, very quick so you can adapt to the style. Like Eric did very well. He has very good feet, and let's say he's a holding mid, and in his mind he might be an attacking mid. And sometimes he just steps high up the field, and I'm like, oh, Eric, where are you going? And then it turns out well. So no, it's very impressive, and it's fun to work with these guys.
Hey Kevin, first of all, you absolutely should consider going into coaching. Whenever you finish playing, I think we would all agree that you would be great.
Thank you. Yeah, we will see. Hopefully, I can play a few more years.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, speaking of that, like, you know, Saturday's match, I think Atlanta United might have a lot of the ball. And speaking of good feet, you're one of those players as well that can step into the midfield and control tempo and maintain possession. How are you approaching Saturday's game, and what do you envision your role possibly being?
It's one of the biggest games in my career, to be honest. I got promoted in the Bundesliga once, which was a very, very big moment. But to play for a championship is another story. And yeah, I just have to mentally prepare for it as well, like I would start. And then once I get called in, I will do everything that I can. I have to run, sprint, but also, like you say, keep the ball in tight spaces, don't make mistakes, and try to keep as much possession as we would like to have. And then from there, going forward, try to find the balls going through the lines, or try to make the right decision at the right time to just keep it. There are many things to consider, and it's just one game, so we have to put everything on the table. It doesn't matter if it's a starter, if it's a sub. The fans, I'm sure, will do their part on this side. So yeah, it's just up to us to really get this one home.
What examples of community support have you seen for the team ahead of Saturday's game?
I just saw a sign coming down the Franklin Gateway.
Yep, so did I.
I saw that sign, Marietta wishes good luck to Atlanta United. And all my neighbors are like, Kevin, you need some help Christmas lights putting up? We don't want you to do it before Saturday. I was like, no, all good. So you can see that the city is hyped, and the city is waiting for that game. And I think the whole city in Atlanta deserves it to have a game like this. When you see how the MLS All-Star game was, when you see the choreo that they did right before the game against New York Red Bulls. This is stuff you don't see very often, and especially I think Atlanta's, the fans and also the club is setting a new standard for MLS, which in my opinion is really, really good because it's growing very fast. But when you look at Atlanta, when you look at LAFC with their new stadium, other teams have to step up. And this is good. This is good for soccer in the U.S. and this is good for soccer overall. That you see that teams like Atlanta come in and provide such a facility, such a stadium, such a crowd right away. And I'm pretty sure whole Atlanta will be behind us on Saturday, and then it's 90 minutes up to us. 90 minutes plus, maybe. We never know. Hopefully, it's only 90 minutes and it's going our way.